Hi, it's DK. I'm going to create a short video for doing the MultiSim. All right. I'm going to share with you my screen on how to do MultiSim. But first, let's take a look at the lab that we're going to be doing today. Oh, let's see if I can share your screen, share the screen with you guys. Yep, there we go. All right. So, so this is the lab that we're going to be doing today, right? Lab 3 node voltage. I'll show you how to do the node voltage. I'll show you how to do things with the calculator, of course. And then what we're going to do is we're going to enter in this circuit, simulate it, and find the voltages at A, B, C, and D, and compare that with our results. All right. So let me go ahead and share my guac over here. All right, so I've got guacamole up, but then you don't need to do that because you have the ability to um, run MultiSim from your lab computer, right? Okay, you can also download MultiSim, and I can give you the link to actually download the same version, the professional version that we have um, on our machines in the labs. I'll take care of that later. Maybe I'll give it to Dr. Kramer, or maybe I'll just give it to you on my website. Anyway, so first thing is to find NI multisim. It's 14.2 is what I have here. So this is what you want, multisim, not ultiboard. Ultiboard is how to do printed circuit boards. Multisim is the schematic editor, okay? The uh, electrical symbols. So I'm gonna double click on that guy. All right. So I'm going to expand this. There's several ways to expand that. You can zoom. You can go view, view, um, view, and you can zoom. You can keep zooming in. Okay, you can zoom in. Or I'm going to just scroll my mouse upwards. Okay, and that, because I've got a scroll wheel. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and design up the Lab3 circuit. But first thing we need to do is you want to save this thing someplace. Now, typically I save it on the desktop and then drag and drop it into whatever folder I want to drag and drop it in. Okay. So I'm going to go File and then Save As. All right. I'm going to save it to my desktop and I'm going to save it as E201 Spring 24 Lab 03. I'm going to put A in there because I might have A, B, and C versions. All right. So I'm going to hit save. So it's should be saved. Yep, there it is. There's the name. Okay, that it's saved to. And then I'm going to go ahead and include the schematic. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my voltage source. All right. The voltage source I'm going to put in is a 10-volt DC voltage source. So I'm going to go to Place, Component, and then I'm going to go to, instead of all groups, I'm going to go to Sources because it's a voltage source. And I put a power source on there. You know, it's a voltage power source. And I'm going to do DC power. Okay. That's a DC voltage source that you guys are all familiar with. I'm going to plunk this down someplace. I'm going to plunk it down over here. All right. All right. Close. And I'm going to make this a 10-volt source. I'm going to go click on that. Make it 10. Type in 10. Okie dokie. All right, I'm just going to move all of this to the left side because otherwise it'll make my brain itch, okay? So, all right, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resistors, all right? R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, and then RL. So luckily, they are all 5.6K ohm resistors. Okay. Now you don't have to use 5.6K ohm resistors. It's just what the lab shows, you know. You can decide to use like 4.7K or something near 5.6. Okay. But But anyway, so I'm gonna lay down some resistors. I'm gonna do place. Okay, remember that's how you place a component. And then we want to, instead of sources, we want to do some basic things, okay? Like resistors, capacitors, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to go all the way down to resistor, right? Scroll down until I have 5.6K, 5,600 ohms. 5.6K, there we go. All right. I'm going to hit OK. So that's R1. R1 goes up here somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK again. R2 is over here someplace. Okay, right in here. R3, R3 is over here someplace. Okay, now R4 is down at the bottom. Right, so I'm going to make it over here like this. Kind of like that, I guess it is. And then R5 is over to the right. Okay, this is the exact circuit in the lab. Now R6, I'm going to lay down here. Okay, now I'm going to right click on R6. Okay. And I'm going to rotate counterclockwise to make it a vertical. You could rotate clockwise if you want, but I'm going to rotate it counterclockwise because I'm a counterculture guy. All right. There it is. And then I'm going to have RL. So I'm going to go. So you can do a couple of things. Okay. I can place component resistor 5.6K. Okay. Okay. Stuff like that. Or I'm just going to show you how to copy. So you select this device, click on the part, not on the letters, on the part, right click on it, right click. Then you can do copy and then click on where you want it to be. Okay. Like over here, click and then control and then right click, paste. Oop. All right. So it's over here, wherever the mouse is, it's gonna lay it down. All right. Now I'm going to make this into RL. I'm going to double click on that. And then go to label, because that's a label. You see that's R7. I'm going to change it to RL. Okay. Okie dokie. Great. Then I'm going to connect up as much as I can. I'm going to see what, as you go to the end of the part, it turns into from a pointer to a cross. So I'm going to click on that and then connect it to V1. I'm going to click on this and connect it over here. I'm going to click on this bad boy and connect it here. I'm going to click this, connect it there, connect it to RL. R1, I'm going to connect all the way down to RL, connect R1 and R3, and connect that, okay? And then I'm going to connect the top of R6 to this intersection here, make that a node, and this guy. All right, so now I've got everything cooked up. Now at this point, you might want to save it, okay? So I'm going to hit save. You can do a file save as, or save. Or you can just hit this floppy drive icon, hit save, okay? Save often, okay? All right, you also need um, a ground. Okay, you need a zero volt place. So I'm going to do place component. It'll have to be a source. And then there's ground right there. You see that's ground? Okay, that's ground there. So it's just power sources and ground, okay? And then okay. I put it right here. Make sure that you offset it a little bit. You could drag this up here, but my recommendation is you give it a little space so that you have a little red wire there. All right, so that's complete. Okay, so I'm going to save that. Now we want to label some nodes, right? So I'm going to label this thing. Right click. So there's several ways to do this. Okay. You can label the net names, which maybe is hard for you. So I'm just gonna so this is node A right here. Okay. So everything on this line right, anything connected to that dot is node A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this wire, go to properties, and I'm going to refer to that as A. And then I'm going to show that, okay? Boop. There's A. Okay, there's node A. All right, and then node B is where? Node B is down at the bottom here. So I'm just going to right click on this line, properties, node B, and then show it. Make sure you show it, otherwise you don't know what it is. I'm going to move this over. It's all the same. All right. And then node C is this line here, which is that dot, properties, C, show it, boop. Yeah, all of this is node C, right? Node C is actually all of this stuff, right? All of this. And then node D is on the right. So I'm just going to right click on this thing, properties, node D, show it. Okay. So remember, see this D is all on that line right over there. So that's okay because it shares that node. Okay. Oops, that's kind of ugly. So here we go. Pull it out a little bit. That's node D. So I think that's all the nodes. This is my 0 node, right? So I'm gonna go over here, right click on there, properties, and that's my 0. Okay, so I'm gonna label it. So I don't need to label it as a 0, right? Because it already knows it's a 0 node automatically. I'm gonna save this. Save. Okay, there's several ways to do this. Okay, one way, because you're looking at node voltages, you want to know what the voltage at C is, voltage at A, voltage at D, voltage at B. Okay, let's save it again. And one of the easiest ways is to stick these voltage probes in. So I'm going to left click on that thing, put a node A, and then do it for all your nodes. Might as well do it. Might as well shoot the not to shoot the shit. Okay, shoot the whole works. I think that's all the nodes we have, huh? And of course, that's a 0 node on the ground. And then if you want to simulate it, I'm going to move this up so that we can see everything. Okay, we can see everything. And then I'm going to hit simulate. This is the simulate button, or you can go to simulate and then run, either way. All right. So I'm just going to hit simulate here, which is the run button here, play button. There it is. So there's your result, guys. I'm going to stop the simulation. Voltage DC is what you're looking at. 10 volts, 7.5 volts right there. B is 4.58 volts, I guess it is. And D is 7.42 volts. So easy. All right. There is another way to display voltages. So I'm gonna stop the interactive, go and delete that, delete this, delete this, delete this. And we have node names, right? We have A, B, C, D node names. So you can actually go over here and click on that thing in the DC operating point. And then I can find all the voltage nodes. See, VA, VB, DC, VD. So I can go VA, VB, VC, add, VD, add. Okay, once you add all the voltage nodes, I can do a run. And look, it actually prints it out for you like that. Okay. There are the voltages, right? A, B, C, D. At those nodes. Either way, you can either use the, I'm going to stop this. You can either use these guys, okay? Or you can use the DC operating point, okay? If you use a DC operating point, you know, you get a printout like this. If you use interactive, okay? If you put a voltage probe right here, for instance, and do an interactive right there, interactive simulation, just run. And There you go. All right. Stop the simulation. I put this guy right here. Come on. C, and I just hit the play button. There it is. All right. And then I can stop the simulation. Okay, you have to stop the simulation before you alter anything. All right. So that's the simulation. Piece of cake, right? And what you're doing, what I want is like a screen capture of this, okay, or screen capture of this and this in your report, in addition to the actual experimental analysis. All right, so that's it for my little tutorial. Hopefully this will help you. All right, let me see if I can. All right, so I'll see you in lab.